This is Salamancer, and today I'm going to be casting a game on PL Swiftwater. Oh, come on! You guys. Seriously. Game on PL Swiftwater today, where we do have a tin team in the red right now against Blunderful in the blue, and I believe these guys are in the steel division. Not sure which one. But of course, if you are a longtime viewer of the channel, you will know these guys. You especially know Tin Team, because they used to send me demos all the time back when I was getting started up, and I'm very grateful for them. We used to play them as well, back when I played on the Highlander team, so I know a lot of them. They're fun people. Monkey66 tends to carry Tin Team. Just saying. Just saying. He knows it. I think they all know it. But I don't know, they may have changed, actually, because a lot of their members have swapped out quite a bit. So anyway, Blunderful, no pushover either. I was told this was a close match on Swiftwater, so we're just going to have to check out the defensive position for our friends on the Tin Team. So far they've got the house covered in stickies, so if the blue soldier decides to jump up there, which is a common thing to do, he is going to be in for a surprise. Meanwhile, we actually don't see the usual thing over here. You usually see like a heavy medic standing up behind that little fence, and that is not there today. So looks as if our red team is kind of just prepared for holding out inside there. They don't even care about that first point at all. Nobody's actually jumped up there. The stickies do go off, so nothing happens with those. And red's just kind of hanging out. The scouts, I think, both just died for no particular reason. So it's time for a Tin Team to turtle up inside this choke point, which, by the way, this is a nasty choke point to deal with. Thrasher, I think, just activated Noko's dead ringer there. Noko is the spy, of course. And that is going to be Eddie actually dying. Eddie, the Pyro, I'm sorry. Rental is outside the choke right now and does get a nice little hit there on use of Toaster in midair. So that is the first kill we've caught on camera. I know there have been a couple. Yes, that's true. But Rental does manage to get away from that. And there you go, 57 seconds for the first point. That is just about as fast as you can get it. The best sniper, however, does take down Frank, and there goes Eddie as well. So, meanwhile, LM Mizuki here, who is, he's a member of E Squared, I think, the electronic espionage spy group. It's got like 1,000 members or something like that, but it is pretty cool. They're pretty darn good at what they do. And I've played against this guy in lobbies and other places. He knows what he's doing, although right now he's pretty much just providing intel, standing up there with that cloak and dagger and letting people know when the attacks are likely to come in. I do like that, although now he is deciding to decloak. May go for a headshot or two. No, he's just trying to take down that teleporter. And he does manage to do it. Goes right back into cloak mode so that nobody can find him. He's actually just standing on top of... Wow, that's sneaky. Gotta love it. Meanwhile, though, the sentry is still up right now, but the engineer is down, so is Spencer. So there goes that sentry very quickly, and it looks like the blue team will be able to push the cart through the choke. Question is, will that engineer be able to set up another sentry location maybe back there? Who knows? LM Mizuki is still just hanging out back here. May decloak and go for another couple of headshots. Who knows? Right now he's not really doing a heck of a lot. And I'm kind of hoping... Oh no, he is still just going for that teleporter harassment once again from way back down here. Takes it down. Has to watch out for some rockets, but he does manage to get away from that as well. So I like just the harassment. Letting his enemies know that he's behind them without actually going for them, though, is going to cause, you know, Penguin, for instance, from Blunderful to get that Uber up. And so Blunderful, they're doing a pretty good job of pushing right now. Sounds like their spy did just use that dead ringer, so he will be A-OK. And where is LM right now? He is actually still back on that first point and may go for a stab over there later on. But right now there is an Uber going down from Blunderful. Squid taking most of that on the heavy and did a good bit of damage there. He took down Monkey, he took down Rental, so quite nice. That's a lot of high damage down off the field, but there's a red Uber now that is going to leave them invincible for the next 3 or 4 seconds here. And there you go, it just fades away. Now that it has faded away, the blue team, very good timing, immediately walks out and starts pushing that cart with their heavy again, leaving the medic sort of protected, but not really. And they've got to watch out for, well, no, the sniper is actually down, so they don't have to watch out for that. They have to watch out for the sentry, but our engineer just got taken out by someone whose camera we're watching right now. Please don't make fun of me for saying that. Someone, though, having a little sniper battle with the best sniper, and he does take him down. So, I mean, when you win the sniper battle like this, and you keep winning it, which it seems like they keep doing, they just keep that sniper down for Tin Team, you're gonna win rounds. And someone dies there. Please, seriously, stop making fun of me for saying that. It's his name, okay? His name is someone. Noko, meanwhile, trying to get behind the red team. Maybe just wants to go harass the sentry setup, but no, at the moment he's not doing that at all. Actually, he spots the Pyro. Nick gets a nice little headshot there with the Ambassador, and another one to take down Mr. Lost Man, who I can only assume is Dino, because Dino is always the one who sends me these, but I don't know if he sent me this one this time around. Don't remember the name, honestly, of who sent me it, because I get sent emails, and of course emails have like real names and not Steam names associated with them most of the time. Unless your real name is your Steam name, you know, like Viceroy Bubbles von Salamancer, like me. So anyway, Brother Tonto laying down some sticks here for Blunderful right now, and is actually doing a really good job of keeping this upper area relatively clear of enemies. His team is not able to push the cart quite yet. You have to get these kills first. You got to make sure your enemies don't really have the opportunity to set up a defensive sentry nest. So they got to get up here and get those kills quickly, and then push the cart. Right now they don't have really either of those things happening, and that is actually going to give Tin Team a little bit of a chance to set up a defense. Sir Pots and Pans here just get everybody overhealed. The sentry is being set up, but it's being set up in a very exposed location. Not really a useful thing to do, especially when an Uber's coming in. Now the Pyro here is doing a good job with the Air Blast so far, keeping it sort of ineffective. So they didn't really manage to get too many kills there, but they got enough. And Yusuf Toaster here is on top of Monkey as well, going for that kill. Can he take him down? Yes, he can. Uses that pistol to finish him off. So looking like Tin Team is in some trouble right now. Cart is going to get captured. There it goes. And 5 minutes for the first 3 points. It's actually fairly standard, I guess. It's not too awful. Teleporter getting set up here, so Pluttergub, whatever that means, has his definitely has his work cut out for him. He has got to set things up fast here because his team is just rolling through these points, and it always feels, you know, I mean, it sort of feels good as an engineer to be like, oh hey, our team is moving forward again, so I have to set up a teleporter again. But it's a little annoying. I know how that feels. Anyway, Blunderful, oh, Eddie here was pushing that cart up the hill. And remember that this version of UGC Swiftwater, there is actually no rollback section on this hill. So if the cart just stops there, it stops there. And I mean, it'll eventually roll back after the 30 seconds, but it won't roll back instantly like it used to, which just made this section of the map so hard. Best Sniper spotting his opponent, but just barely whiffs that shot right over the sniper's head. He's just kind of going to wait for that sniper to show up now, but he's got to be careful because the sniper could come around any corner he wants to. And someone actually seems like he's taking a headshot from the spy. Mr. Lost Man just looking around for the spy here. And I'm going to keep calling him Mr. Lost Man because that's what he tagged up as. So you guys, if you want to get shoutcasted, you got to tag up as your regular names. I mean, maybe that is his regular name. I have no idea. But it seems like Noko, the spy, takes down Best Sniper. And now, once again, someone has kind of free reign on the sniper. Thrash are doing a good job of holding down the cart for a little while, and so they are delaying in a decent way. Elamazook using the Spy Sickle Ambassador Dead Ringer combo. Very beautiful thing to use, even in pubs. It seems like nobody actually heard that, and he's going to come right behind the sniper, taking him down. Did he? No, okay. I thought maybe he got the medic there as well, because it kind of sounded like it, but no, he did not. Medic is still alive, Penguin. So the Ubers are just about the same, but this time around the... oh, nice stab there on Brother Tonto as well, but the cart is still getting pushed quite effectively, actually. And is that a level 3 sentry? Sounds like a level 3 sentry. No, okay. Well, whatever it was taken down. No, that's just a regular level 1. And it was taken down very quickly. This engineer is having the time of his life trying to build this sentry up right now. Meanwhile, there's a nice little engineer base up in this house that's just going to let people teleport to their heart's content into safety, because there's pretty much no way for the red team to get in there. Especially now that blue kind of controls the yard up here. They're pushing red team ever further and further back, and a tin team here in the red is having difficulty maintaining this defense. They're going to have even more difficulty when Noko comes over here, lays down the sappers, goes for the medic, can't get him. And the medic actually could have gone for an Uber Saw there, but I don't think he wanted to deal with the potential headshots from Noko. So now Noko's just trying to run back here, and this is what you do. I mean, when you get caught out like that, you know you're not going to make any much of a difference. I was going to say damage, but that's not right. Much of a difference at all. You can't really get any more hits. Just use that Dead Ringer if you're using it for the 6 seconds of practically invulnerability that you get out of it. And then run the other way from all of the actions, so that if they're going to chase you, they have to chase you really far away from where they need to be to defend the point properly. Which, you know, it can just waste their time, if nothing else, and wasting their time can be a darn useful thing to do as a spy. You know, if you think about, I think Tonto doesn't realize that Spy is a spy, and now he does. go for that kill, and Elamazook uses the Dead Ringer once again. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say, if you think about strategy games, sometimes, yeah, just leading your opponents off on a wild goose chase, even if you lose a couple of units, can be a very useful thing to do. There goes that sentry gun, getting taken out, actually by the Wrangler from Pluttergub, so it might have been a mini-sentry Wrangler. Yes, it was a mini-sentry, because he has a robot hand. I'm sorry, not the Wrangler, the Gunslinger. Frank here, having a little bit of trouble. He's going straight for the medic, though. I think the Uber just finished. Pots and Pans barely staying alive there as Frank was taken down by Rental. And Monkey's going to try and help defend the cart just a little bit longer, but there you go. 9 minutes, 32 seconds for the 4th point. It actually took quite a while for Blunderful to push that, considering the defense was not all that well set up for Tin Team up until then. But looks like they're doing okay so far. And Pots and Pans just has a very slight Uber edge here. So whatever Blunderful does, they won't be able to beat that unless they manage to get a spy, sniper, something like that. You know, some ambush, assassination class to take him down, which they kind of need to do. But Rental is doing the ambushing right now and gets caught out. So that's too bad. Sorry, sometimes I just see these things and I'm like, oh, I've never actually paid attention to that before. Seems like someone just took down the best sniper again, which is, it's really painful as a sniper to be like, okay, well, I know that I am the ultimate anti-sniper for our team, and if he just keeps killing me, then I feel like I'm letting my team down. But you know, sometimes it happens. We keep losing that sniper battle, and it doesn't feel good. It can be a little demoralizing. Spy pushing the cart right now, and the Pyro is thinking about it too, but looks like he's going to walk away for now. And of course, Noko, the Spy there, was actually using that Dead Ringer trick. He's going to use it again. He's going to pull out that Dead Ringer pretty soon, probably. Yep, there you go. And he's just going to keep pushing the cart, using that Dead Ringer to the best of its ability, because of course you recharge Dead Ringer much faster, you recharge your cloak faster if you are near a dispenser, which the cart counts as a level 1 dispenser. Pretty nice. So he was sitting there using the Dead Ringer to push the cart, and the Uber is just now over for both teams. Red loses their heavy first, and that is going to be the round. 11 minutes for Blunderful. Not too shabby, guys, but now of course it is a Tin Team's turn to try and push as well. Ooh.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
And so Tonto's going to take his regular old demo man roll out here. You can actually, I think the least amount of damage you can take from a sticky is about 45 and still get a good jump out of it. So if you have an overheal, it's something like 75 health on the overheal. So you can take a full sticky jump and land and still have full health like this guy did. It's pretty sweet. He's going to start laying down some sticky traps. Pretty standard fare for this map. In fact, just 2 stickies there. He's putting some more up on the the meter here. Is that a meter? I guess. It's supposed to be anyway. And maybe there's going to be some out on this side as well. No, don't see any. So Tonto... Oh yeah, there you go. He's going to try and cover the roof a little bit. Those are visible, so the soldier will be able to see them, but, I mean, if nothing else, he's just going to be like, oh, look at that, there's stickies up there, maybe I shouldn't jump. So, kind of a useful thing to do, just to deny a little bit of access onto that roof. And we have 10 seconds, 5 seconds left until this match goes live. Blunderful setting up a more standard defense with the medic kind of standing behind this fence. See where their engineer is in a little bit, but we kind of want to watch the sticky traps here. As whoever walks into them, no, okay, so nobody's going to get caught by those. Frank is down right now. Where is the NG? That's the question. Don't see him, so the Uber is out for Blunderful. They were forced to pop pretty early. Pots and Pans kept his alive by staying in spawn. And so, oh, in comes Rental going after the medic. Penguin is down to about 40 health right now, and Plutter is actually setting up the sentry inside choke point as well. But the difference between them and Tin Team is that they are trying to use this forward hold so far, and it's pretty much working. They have delayed the cart a good deal, but they will probably have to start falling back into that choke point pretty soon. They've kept their medic alive, interestingly enough, but they still don't have that Uber advantage. Really what I'd like to see out of Tin Team is them pushing into the tunnel right now with the Uber. They need to get out ahead of the cart and not just stand on it, because if they can get out ahead of it, use the Uber advantage to push into the tunnel, take down the sentry, that is what they need to do. And right now they're not doing that. Come on, guys. It's going to be too late here in just a couple seconds, and oh, actually Penguin got taken down. Don't know what happened where, but Penguin, I think, got stabbed, so that is actually really, really good for the Tin Team. They keep their Uber advantage. Thing is, they still kind of need to get in here and do more damage, and they aren't doing that. They're pretty much just staying on the cart, which is not standard accepted practice in Highlander payload maps. Nice kill on Brother Tonto by the best sniper. But yeah, we pretty much need to see them getting in here before the cart even approaches, because of course what the difference is, of course, I mean, they're going to get in here, they're going to take that down, and actually they're moving the cart pretty fast here. But if they had taken that down beforehand and then just had maybe the scouts stay behind and push the cart, then they could have done what they're doing now, which is set up a forward position, prevent their opponents from really setting up a defense ever, and just keep that cart moving non-stop. And the sniper right now is going to be doing exactly that. So this is a little bit closer to your standard practice on Highlander payload. Blunderful trying their best to cover the chokes right now, and they do have... Oh, Frank goes for the air shot, kind of missed. And Frank's looking down there for a spy now. Actually, kind of missed a spy going out. But ouch! Monkey eats a couple of rolling pills in there and dies. The cart's pushed out of the choke, but they need to take down this new sentry that's going up. They need to get a lot of kills here, or else this just is not going to work. A little air blast puffing people into the air there, but it's not going to matter much at all. The engineer may be able to build this up, actually. So Pluttergub looking to build a sentry to level 3, and a level 3 sentry is a tough thing to beat coming out of these choke points. The focus right now of Tin Team needs to be on killing their opponents and killing them quickly, taking down this this very difficult to defeat sentry location. And it's difficult to defeat partly because there's going to be a sniper somewhere way in the back. Actually, he's not that far back, but he could have been, and could still cover that choke pretty darn well. Someone, though, is actually kind of forward here, looking through only the one choke, really. He's not even paying attention upstairs. And he knows the opposing sniper is up once again in that tunnel. Doesn't manage to get that shot off, so they're kind of playing the sniper dancing game, which I think it's like Snipe Revolution, is that right? But there you go, he takes down best sniper once again, and that's just going to let him cover this point that much better. Oh, I hate when that happens though, trying to throw the Gerardi, you hit your own teammates. And what is this heavy doing? He was shooting at invincible people instead of taking down a sentry. The sentry is, of course, down, which is a good thing, but most of a Tin Team has died there in that attack. They're going to be respawning and getting to the point pretty quickly, as they do have a nice teleporter location set up by our good friend Harkinian. But Red's going to have all their defense reset as well, except maybe for that sentry. Let's see where Pluttergub decides to put it this time. Pretty much same spot, I think, and look at that, Noko and someone getting the headshots like crazy. So, yeah, he is just going to go ahead and set up a dispenser and sentry right there in the same spot. Spy coming in trying to deal some harassment damage, and there you go. Actually, ooh, that sentry got a little bit damaged, I think, by a pill, but is still a-okay. So we're having some problems for Tin Team right now. They've only got 6 minutes left to get all the way to the end of this, and right now they're just focusing on pushing the cart, which is not the right call. It's just not going to happen, guys. Best sniper looking to get the kills there, but he gets taken down, and when you lose your sniper, you lose a lot of ability to get those key picks. So Tin may just get stuck here on the second point, which is going to mean this round will be over for them. Blunderful looking pretty darn solid right now. Thrasher gets taken down by Noko, who has just been going crazy the whole game. Rental decides to try walking out there, but nope, there's going to be a heavy in his way, and Squid looking for the kills. Yep, taking down Rental. So Squid, oh, that was a sniper dots, but he got away from it. I'm sure he saw that just as well as we did. And someone is right back to his usual tricks. I think he knows there's a sniper in there. Takes the headshot, but doesn't manage to get the kill. Sniper was, of course, overhealed. And I think he... Oh, there you go. Takes down Rental. He looks like he's in position to take down whoever else walks through there as well. Gets another headshot on that sniper, and finally, there you go. Some combined fire. Noko takes him down. So it's going to be someone with a nice little advantage over the choke point, which just, of course, once again... Well, not anymore, but once again means that there is going to be no sniping coming through. Here comes the heavy. The Uber is walking right out of here, but already it might get taken out. And there you go. This is some good forward pressure now. The Uber is here for Blunderful, so they might be able to hold it off for just a little bit, keep their forward spawn, and get some reinforcements respawning. But, oh, no, they do take down the medic there. Sir Pots and Pans. There you go, though. A nice headshot by Best Sniper, taking down that heavy the moment the Uber was over. Tonto's trying to get out here and just delay the card a little bit more now, and he does. So a lot of blue players here who could get some damage done. Oh, including... a nice little mini sentry location, but there you go. Best sniper. I'm sorry, Carl, the scout, has been taken down. Use of toaster, and by the way, there is There's a couple different ways you can use a toaster, but in this case, I think he just means the general use of toaster. He was in there trying to get some kills, but it looks like Blue is finally able to put a push together. They took advantage of a little bit of chaos there in Blunderful once that Uber was finished, and so they just weren't quite able to set that up. Actually, 4 minutes 15 seconds left, and there is going to be no defense under here at all because nobody has respawned yet for Blunderful, so Tim could steamroll all the way through here. That sentry is going to die. And there it goes. Carts do take down buildings when they are on the tracks. But Frank is taken out. The medic is still here trying to stop this, but it is too late. There is an Uber, and yeah, too late to really be effective. Look at this Pyro using cover to maximum advantage, really shutting down that Uber too. And the Spy gets right in behind, so this medic is not long for this world. They could actually push this cart all the way to the 4th point almost without a lot of... without a lot of opposition, but no, this Spy actually doing a really good job of just dodging and harassing like crazy. Elamazook using the Dead Ringer. And the sentry looks like it might get set up. No, that is an Uber, my friends. Blue team now finally has put it into gear. They are getting some good kills here. Didn't quite get enough there. And there goes the heavy. So I think Blunderful may be able to set up a defense here. Kind of tenuous at the moment, but they should have the ability. The cart is getting pushed non-stop. It's not ×3 yet. There you go. It is ×2, ×3, hovering around there. But the Pyro and Heavy are getting into harass a little bit, and it looks like maybe there was some, Girardi sent down there as well. So now Blue is going to have to recover, try and set up another push, and they need to do it fast because there's only about 3 minutes left to go. I don't know about this, guys. Tin Team, what do you think? It's possible, but it's going to be a tough one here. Pots and Pans is pretty far forward, and that means he is exposed. Ooh, Noko gets a nice little side stab, I think, there. I didn't see it on Monkey. And it seems like he is still alive. He's wanting to go for the medic there, but the medic does realize he is there. Maybe, yes, going for the Uber Saw. So he gets a bit of an extra Uber, but he is in trouble. I am kind of surprised that he has not been killed yet because, yeah, there you go. Pots and Pans taken down by someone. He was a little bit too far forward there, and the rest of his team was nowhere to be found. So 2 minutes left to go. Blue team needs to wipe out Blunderful right now and not let them get anything else put together because otherwise that's pretty much going to be it. Eddie tried to pull out the extinguisher and then realized he had the home wrecker out, and oops! Doesn't always work all that well. Rental tries to make a jump there. Does, I think... Oh, he's working on the sentry, but not able to kill it yet. There you go, the sentry does get taken down. Monkey helping out there. Squid trying to get some damage thrown down on that Heavy who is pushing forward. And 1 minute 40 seconds left. There is some time left. The cart is getting pushed slowly but surely towards that 4th point, which is going to, I think, affect the spawns a little bit. Maybe not, though, actually. But Red Team actually using an Uber just to try and delay this a little bit, maybe get some kills. They do need to get some kills with this, otherwise they are still in a little bit of trouble, as the cart could get pushed this dangerously short distance in under a minute. Seems like a couple kills going down on the blue team, though. Someone looking to snipe that medic. Pretty important kill at this point, but he is in some trouble, so may have to retreat a bit. And actually, he's kind of not in a position to do any retreating right now. Oh, takes down best sniper, though. Really, they should have called out where that sniper was, because if they had, then they would have known what was happening. They would have been able to catch him and kill him. Instead, they didn't do that. In fact, still nobody's going for the sniper kill, which is interesting to me, that someone is just allowed to sit here and go for shots on the medic, like he's doing right now. That is a mistake, but the cart actually gets pushed anyway. And that is Tin Team bringing it to the first half, 1-0. So going into the second half, definitely feel my allergies giving me a workout. It's going to happen. And I know that by the end of this game, I'm just going to sound stuffed up and awful, but this has been exciting so far. Very close first round. And so it's all up to what happens in the second. Now, of course, we do have Blunderful on defense once again. And they are setting up a very similar defense that we saw before. I mean, usually you don't have a lot of time to make a lot of changes. So we'll see what they actually do. The Tin Team keeping the doors open for the moment. Or the windows, I guess they are. Here you go, decides to back off from that. And we'll see who gets the first snipe on whom. Looks like Carl actually walked out there and ate a sticky trap. But Monkey going for a jump. Completely blew it. And is very close to death right now. Surprised he's not dead yet, but got some excellent dodging on him. Finally, the Brother Tonto got so hacked off about it, he was just going for actually a nice shot there on Carl. And actually 2 nice shots on Carl. But goes for the bottle kill, doesn't manage to get it because it was actually Frank that took him down. And we do have the Uber popped once again for Blunderful, so that is a force pop that they really, you don't want to be in an Uber disadvantaged situation. But Blunderful does have a nice spot left to retreat to, and I swear somebody's going to make a soundboard of me one of these days, and it's just going to be all the different ways I say but. It'll be hilarious. Call people up and prank them. Be like, hello, who is this? But, I'm sorry, excuse me, but. Anyway, Frank there, take down Monkey 66 with a very nice jump. I mean, he is going for even more damage here, but Arcanian finishes him off. So now everything comes down to this choke and how well it can be defended. Penguin does not have an Uber yet. That is a problem with the defense that they had out there, which is that they got their Uber forced a little bit early. So now here comes Uber right now. Penguin is almost there, but too late. The Demo and the Heavy come in and take out that sentry very quickly. And an Uber drop out of Penguin. This is not looking good for Blunderful right now. I think Monkey and the rest of his team here, 10, may be able to put this game away. But of course, that is just one push. Payload games are all about the sustainability of the push, and I'm not just using a buzzword here. You really do have to sustain your offense quite effectively. If you don't, you're going to start wasting a lot of time, and wasting time is no good for anyone. Well, except for the defense, who like that, I guess. But yeah, Monkey did some good damage to take down that sentry, but of course they're going to set another one up. The engineer is still alive, and 10, once again, make it stuck here on this second point. They have lost a couple players, lost a couple of buildings as well, and this sentry is back up to level 1. The card's getting pushed, but I mean, why bother pushing the card if you don't take out any of their classes? You're just going to get spammed to death. Pots and Pans, had an Uber ready to go, but he did not pop it, and probably needs to do that. There you go, he finally did. But 10 Team is just losing too many players here, and there's a Pyro who is going to try to stop the Heavy from being able to take down the Sentry. Sentry is down, gets spammed pretty effectively, and the Pyro does die as well, but Pots and Pans, he managed to get out of there too. It's not too bad. Anyway, the blue team, though, having a bit of difficulty here because they were not able to get a very effective push. The hell, Mizook trying to get away from this. And I think he actually managed to pull it off somehow. Anyway, the red team is having some issues setting up their defense just because they can't get that sentry up to level 3 like they want it, but the rest of their team is doing a very good job of holding off this point, and pretty much Tintin coming in one at a time. It's not going to work very well. Not sure why Squid decided to eat his sandwich right there, but he did, and now here comes the Uber from our red team. Oh, no, they have to back away from this. Blunderful, don't walk over sticky traps. It's a good lesson to learn for anyone. And once again, Tin Team having trouble with this choke point. Their offense just isn't sustainable through the second point. Like they made a good push through the first one. They took down the sentry, and they just did not set up on their opponent's spawn. They weren't able to get the Uber built back up to take down the second sentry. And Blunderful just has a good defensive setup. They've got a lot of players scattered all over the place. They're not going to take too much damage from an Uber like this. Well, they did this time around. But even an Uber pretty much only has to be about the sentry almost for Tin Team. They will probably get this card pushed on the second point. Maybe 4 minutes or so? Yeah, just about 4 minutes. I like that. I am a time wizard. You can call me a time wizard, please. And there you go. Noko somehow still managing to take down the medic, even though I thought he was dead at that point, but he wasn't. Turns out he was pretty okay. So now it's up to the red team, Blunderful, to attempt to defend this third point. And this one, of course, last time around, the Tin Team managed to push all the way through very quickly. It looks like they may be able to do that again. No, actually. Heavy is taken down, so Blunderful could hold this pretty effectively. They've got the medic demo and the Heavy, of course, walking up to this roof. Pretty nice little spam location. It's very difficult to get through there when you've got enemies launching explosives all over the place. It's just another one of those choke points that you got to get through. And so the Tin Team needs to be holding, the high ground here. They do have their Heavy respawning and walking through that teleporter, but he is in some trouble. Gonna have to eat a sandwich, which is a dangerous thing to do here. But he does get away with it. Back up to 300 health after about 5 seconds of chomp time. Blunderful, though, with a pretty standard defense. Where's the sentry? Yeah, it is down low. It's a good place for it to be. You like to see it down here because it's tough to spam it directly. But there you go. These rollers doing some good damage to it. Nonetheless, not quite enough. Carl gets taken down But Use of Toaster Eddie and Pluttergub all dead right now. Monkey managed to get a roller there on the engineer, and so the sentry is vulnerable now. Brother Tonto, though, doing some good spam up in the upper areas. He's really lighting people up with those stickies at the moment. There you go. Someone finally gets taken down by Best Sniper, so I don't think either one of them has really dominated the other yet. But Frank coming in and finishes off the sniper, so don't have to worry about getting their medic picked off like that. And Blunderful's pretty much just sitting on the cart right now. We do have Frank going around for a flank. Frank on the flank. And Blunderful, yeah, oh, this is not good for Sir Pots and Pans. 6 health left, there you go, that's what's going to happen. Gets taken down. Nonetheless, they pushed the cart. Kind of a Pyrrhic victory there, as they lost almost all their players to achieve that objective. Of course, they will respawn relatively soon, but they lost an Uber advantage as well, and so Penguin is going to end up with a very nice solid Uber to defend the point coming up here. We'll see where the sentry goes up. I would almost like to see it get built like down on this ramp here where it's very protected from any sort of spam coming in. But right now Blunderful is not having to worry too much about it. And this again is kind of where Tin Team is faltering a little bit. They need to have most of their heavy classes here instead of on the cart. They need to be pushing way farther forward than they are and just leaving the scout on the cart pretty much. The fact that they are not doing that means they're giving up. I mean, they're allowing Blunderful to set up a defense they really shouldn't be allowing. Nonetheless, some good damage coming in here. Wow, I'm surprised this Demo Man is not yet dead. That was hilarious. But Tin Team, I mean, they're pushing the cart with the heavy right now. That is not what they need to be doing. No, they need to be getting up with the heavy medic combo and just guarding this ramp, preventing their opponents from getting up there to stop somebody else from pushing the cart. And that just isn't what they're doing. I mean, at this point, it's actually paying off because they are getting the cart pushed really far, really fast, and that's useful. They're getting an Uber advantage, so they could set a decent time here for time, 0.4 and 5. I just think they could have been doing a better job if they'd done what I said earlier, left the scout on the cart and had the heavies push forward. And they need to do that now because if they don't, this could actually be a really solid defense on the last point. Eddie, of course, needs his heals, but the problem is, it looks like they do still have their team pretty far back. They have not pushed forward yet. And right now, Tin Team is going to be losing players, losing Uber advantage as well. Penguin up to 85%. So Tin really probably should have just Ubered in there right away, and they aren't doing it. I have no idea what they're waiting for. But this was not the time to wait with your Uber and hold on to it and hope something happens. No, you've got to get in there. You've got to get in there fast and hard and furious. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. And this is stopwatch mode. Every second counts. So, I don't know. We'll see. We will see, but I think they're just holding on to this Uber for way too long. Yeah, look at this. The sentry is up at level 3 now. They can probably get in range of it, but Monkey just got taken down by a nice little rocket. And no, they are not going to get in range of it. They might be able to have the heavy lay down some damage here, but the engineer will be able to repair that faster than the heavy can damage it. So there you go. That is going to be most of Tin Team actually dying to a very well set up defense by Blunderful. They need to hold on to this for about 7 minutes and 45 seconds if they want to keep a Tin Team to only 4 points. And Elamazook somehow gets a headshot there on his opposing spy. But someone takes him down. And Blunderful, yeah, still holding pretty effectively here on the last point. Mostly because Tin Team, I mean, they just didn't take advantage of a huge aggressive opportunity that they should probably have had. So now, this is a tough position to break into. There's a lot of choke points on Swiftwater. There's a few spots where you can kind of get some spam in, but, I mean, Blunderful's watching them. They really are. And in come some rollers just to try and prevent anybody from walking in through that direction, which just means that everybody's going to have to walk in through here. And of course there's sticky traps, there's a soldier watching it, and that means really the only other ways in are down below where the sentry is watching. So effectively, Blunderful has restricted entrance to 3 areas? Maybe 4 if you look at this. I wonder, can you even go in here though? Okay, yeah, you can. Where does this lead though? Really kind of just the same places, except you can kind of sneak in a little bit past the spawn. Sorry, a little bit past the spam. Sentry did just get taken out, which is pretty darn useful. And there you go. I think Tin Team may have what it takes now. They've taken down the engineer, so no more sentries going to go up. The Uber is back in here for the blue team. Uber in for the red team as well. They will stop the capture of the cart temporarily, and they will have a little bit of a longer Uber, so they'll be able to get a couple of kills here. Scout chasing down the medic. And can't quite get the kill, actually. Nice save. Meanwhile, though, Penguin Ninja walks in there and dies, and that is going to be Tin Team taking it in 10 minutes and 17 seconds. Not a bad little time. We'll see if Blunderful can beat that and keep themselves in the game, or if Tin Team is going to end up losing this, or winning this round as well, and taking it to a 2-0 victory.
60 seconds.
Whoops. You didn't see anything. Anyway, 10 minutes and 17 seconds. Not a bad time to beat. Blunderful could do it, but they do need to apply some pressure to the wounded area, possibly issue a tourniquet. Anyway, no, what I mean to say is that, of course, they immediately really, you know, I honestly don't see why teams don't just walk straight out the... Oh, you can't. That's right. This door doesn't open. Interesting. So, like, as soon as you can, I would think, if you can get, you know, some clearance, maybe get the sniper out of the way, you pretty much just want to get your team out there and get the medic, and maybe the demo and heavy, up here as fast as possible, knock out the sentry before the cart is even, like, halfway to the first point, because that way you can just keep pushing it non-stop. We'll see what they actually do, because, of course, that's all a, you know, ideal, theoretical thing, and you kind of have to actually get the kills. So, Tin Team hanging around, waiting for it right now. And no, this point is not going to cap itself, Engineer. You are correct. But the thing is, y'all need to get out there and get some kills. And right now, Ilimazook is just kind of watching you and feeding intel to the rest of his team, as he normally does, with that cloak and dagger, which I kind of like as a choice for the first point here. It lets him choose the exact right moment to go get a stab. Hopefully he actually does get one. The Steel Fist is an interesting choice. Looks like they do want to leave the heavy on here for quite a while and just have him not take a lot of damage. Of course, those Steel Fists is exactly what they do. You just don't take a lot of damage. And Elim here is actually, I think he's waiting for the medic. He's noticed that he might actually head out this way. No, I think he is actually going to go to the left. No, I have no idea. But he's pretty much just waiting for the medic here. And the medic is waiting until his team has cleared enough space for him to get out here to the sentry without getting taken down. Problem is, the spy notices him, and no, you know what? He's not going to be able to catch him, though. There's the Uber right away. Elim called it out, probably. Of course, Red Team is going to be ready for that with an Uber of their own. They're actually forcing a big multi-Uber from Blue. Sentry is still up. Using that Wrangler, going to keep it quite alive for quite a while, but the spy could get back here and do some damage. The thing is, I think he's had to disappear. There you go. He got hit. The Sentry is not down yet. Oh, it might get taken down pretty fast here. The Wrangler is up, though, and no. Sentry's still alive, so Blunderful are going to have some problems here. They've still got about 9 minutes. And the Engineer, I mean, the tough part about being in here, even using the Wrangler, is that you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. When the spam starts coming in, it is going to damage you, and so you need that medic to keep you overhealed. And if the medic's keeping you overhealed, then he's going to be hanging around right here where he can get sniped, possibly. Sentry is down now, and that sniper was definitely looking for him, but could not quite nail him. Anyway, the spam through the choke point is still coming on strong, but I think our blue team may be able to push through pretty shortly. Yes, they will. Oh, nonetheless, Best Sniper does take some revenge there on someone once again. And here comes another Uber from our blue team, just trying to get the kills at the moment. The Pyro actually sacrificed himself there, I think for no reason. As Blunderful is going to start pushing forward on this card fairly soon. As soon as the Uber is over, I would expect to see another push. Nonetheless, Best Sniper does get taken down by a nice little backstab there. And Blunderful is sneaking around behind. I like this play. They've got a bunch of harassment coming in behind the red team, so they're going to try and run a pincher play here. Of course, the red team is actually sitting over in their own little choke points, so they're still going to be able to shut down most of this aggression. But I think Blunderful's in for some trouble here. I'm sorry, I think Tin Team's in for some trouble here, as the Medic, Heavy, and Pyro, a pretty standard combo, has actually shown up, taken down Sirpots and Pans. I was actually Yusuf Toast taking him down. The Heavy took down the Heavy. Anyway, no, that was Squid taking down Thrasher. And Best Sniper is their last best hope, but he gets taken down by someone. So that is going to be a Tin Team with not much of defense on the second point here. I think that their style of play is just very different from Blunderful, as Blunderful loved putting up that really solid defense on the second point. It looks like Tin Team, once they lose their first point, they just can't set anything up at all, and a lot of that had to do with all the chaos that was going on. Blunderful was making excellent use of all the flanking routes, and now they are in position once again to push pretty hard here. They will have to take a while to take down that sentry, but not actually as long as you would think.
despite the Wrangler. Thrasher here is overhealed to 450. He's got the medic on him, so any damage he takes will get healed up, but he's taking too much! And that's going to mean Harkinian is actually setting up the sentry really far back. They have given that point up. Rental going to run back through there as well. Doesn't really want to have to take on the entire team by himself. Probably a smart decision. And we will see Tin Team setting up that sentry there on the 4th point, trying to cover the hill. But right now it is only level 1. It could get taken down relatively easily. The engineer is wrangling now. He's just doing a little bit of damage using that wrangler to hit the players who are back there. And most of the team's actually standing back up in this spot, which is a pretty normal defensive spot. Where is the sniper? You usually see him up here. Carl gets shot, though, by a sniper rifle. It's never fun. Someone's looking for maybe a shot on his opposing sniper now, but he also wants to take down the engineer. Nonetheless, the engineer's sentry is gone, and that Uber is going to be doing its job. Mr. Lost Man the Pyro once again gets taken down, trying to air blast that Uber away. And now Blunderful, it's their turn to pretty much just stand on the cart and not push too far forward, which is a little bit of an interesting decision here. The medic is in some trouble, gets taken down. Good kill by Carl on Penguin Ninja 1408, which I believe was the last time an official Penguin Ninja actually existed in world history. If you go look it up, the Japanese did employ Penguin Ninja every so often to eliminate their rivals, you know, the daimyos and whatever else. So no, I'm just totally kidding, but I mean, you could look it up anyway, I guess, if you want to. But Tin Team is definitely still set up for a nice solid defense up here on the 4th point. They've got to hold for 5 minutes, though, and that is a perfectly reasonable time for Blunderful to finish this off. This sentry's going to get taken down real fast. Boom! And Blunderful is actually... Oh, that's cute. I hate when places do things like that. They let you shoot a sentry just barely up over the lip of a window. Like, you can do it on Badlands, too, if you get a mini-sentry out there. That is an annoying spot to see one of those. Tough to take down unless you know exactly how to do it and you have a good shot lined up with a soldier or a demo or something. Or your sniper takes a bunch of time on it. But I mean, if you're wrangled on a mini-sentry, sniper's going to take forever. Best sniper doing his best to take down a couple players. He does get Eddie. Needs some heals, though, and his medic is too busy with the Uber right now. So pretty much the tiniest little shot will take down this red sniper. And it's going to be a big deal. Because right now he's still trying to hold off this point. With a couple of headshots could really do that. Not getting the heals he needs, though, and he does miss the heavy there, so he's just going to drop back down and abandon that. So now it's all down to the last point hold, and what is going to happen here? Probably a very standard thing, at least from the engineer's point of view. He is definitely setting up in the right spot there. But the medic, heavy, everybody else kind of needs to get up here as well and defend that sentry with their lives if they want to hold on to this, because I think Blunderful may just be able to push it. They, however, are committing the same sort of mistake that Tin Team did earlier, which is not being aggressive enough with most of their classes. They need to get in there and get a bunch of kills very quickly, or they're going to allow their opponents to set up a level 3 sentry and just be super turtley on this last point. It's not what you want to do. Mr. Lost Man pretty much running around checking for spies right now. And the question is, how is this push going to work? I honestly don't know myself. Lamazook may end up getting a nice stab here. Oh, Penguin Ninja! This is why they don't use Penguin Ninja in... oh, that's not going to work, though. It's why they don't use it in Japan anymore, because they do tend to get backstabbed quite easily. It's very difficult for a penguin to turn around while standing up. Did you know this? I made that up. But it sounds plausible, doesn't it? Anyway, someone is going to be looking through here. Maybe... Oh, you can get a sneaky little shot. Maybe just barely snuck between that pole and the ceiling. Or pipe and the ceiling. So he can just sit here and spam away at the sentry. And that is exactly what he was doing. I wonder if he's actually doing any damage, though. Because remember, the Wrangler does take away 66% of the damage. The bay doors are opening. But if you've got that Wrangler up, I mean, each no-scope sniper shot is only going to do about 16 damage. Very, very easy to repair. Unless there's a lot of combined fire going in at it all at once. So I think maybe the sniper realized nothing to do there. Blunderful still has about 2 minutes to push. But that could quickly waste away here if they don't make some kind of a push now. They need to get in there with an Uber and just take down that sentry, and I think they've decided to do just that. They're bringing the heavy up to the side, which is actually probably a good choice. They are pushing the cart right now with the spy, and the heavy gets up here behind. I like this. He's got the high ground now, where most of the red team is actually dropped down below, so they are in big trouble here. The cart's actually getting pushed, and the heavy was away from it. They just... What? What? That is as close as you can get, and there you go. That is going to be round 2. Blunderful wins it by the skin of their teeth, but they still had about a minute left to go. So we are going on to round 3. So this is it. This is both teams' chance to prove they have what it takes to win, and of course both teams have proven that already. But we are probably... Ooh. I don't normally see the demo man doing that, but I guess he'll be okay. He'll have enough time to get back in position and lay down the sticky traps. He was, of course, just dying to leave metal there for his engineer. But Tin Team needs to make some changes to their defense, because right now they are just getting steamrolled. Blunderful has, right up until that last point, has had a pretty good modus operandi. They push forward pretty darn hard, and they keep out ahead of the point, so that their players can push the cart quite effectively, while the rest of them keep the pressure on and prevent a sentry from going up, is what I was about to say there. There we go. I think we're good. So best sniper just hanging out behind the tree. I like that positioning, but I think he will, of course, get spotted. And we are going to see... Yeah, the blue sniper... Oh, may not have seen him, actually. But, of course, it's probably a known sniper spot. I would imagine that people kind of know what's going on. Ooh, peering through the slats. That's sneaky. And he's gonna... Well, he sees people... I can't see what he's shooting at there, but apparently he can! I think that's one of the problems with STV demos. You do end up seeing just slightly lower than the sniper actually sees on his screen. Bunch of pressure coming in over on the side. And someone does get taken down. So right now, Blunderful's offense not working that well. Of course, Penguin is still staying indoors. He does not want to have his Uber forced or dropped early. Although, I don't know. He could actually, in the time that they capped this first point, he probably could have Ubered once and then rebuilt another one. Maybe? I don't know. But Tin Team losing a couple players here. They do need to get teleported right back into the field, but there is a teleport going up now. It's probably level... Sounds like it's level 1, yeah. But here comes Blunderful. They have capped the first point in a minute exactly. Thrash are now preparing to chomp away on that sandwich, and nobody's in there to pressure him just yet. Spy actually gets around behind, so that's going to play a pretty big role here as Harkinian is trying to repair his sentry. It's going to be too late for that, though. Oh, no, actually, Spy didn't pay off there at all. I think... Did they keep the sentry alive? Harkinian's looking a little dejected, so probably not. Blunderful has managed to push the cart through. And right now they are once again doing their chaotic, getting all over the place thing. Brother Tonto is already on the high ground, laying down some stickies here at this doorway, covering his team's advance. And of course, this is what you need to see. The medic building his Uber. Now, building your Uber actually on the cart is really bad. Look how slow that is building, because of course anybody who's being healed by another source, such as a dispenser or another medic, is going to build your Uber charge a lot slower if you're healing them. So that's going to be a while before he has an Uber, but he still has an advantage. And meanwhile, a Tin Team, where are they? What are they doing? I have no idea. But they're definitely not holding second point. So once again, it is going to be very quickly then losing that point. Not a good thing. Elmazook dies there. Blunderful very much in a prime position to take that. And so I think that we could all learn a thing or two from how Blunderful is keeping their aggression on. Definitely, as soon as they cap that first point, as soon as the option is available to them, they have classes designated to just say, you guys are definitely going to the flank, and you are going as soon as possible. So I like that play. Blunderful is already nearing that third point, and they have an Uber ready to go, so they should be able to get in and take down the sentry if it isn't already taken down very quickly. Yeah, they will be able to do that quite fast. And Spy is just using the dead ringer there on the cart. I might want to slow down with my speech just a little bit here. Sentry gets taken down, not even an Uber popped yet, and if you're going to set up a sentry, I gotta say, it might get stressful on the battlefield, but you definitely want to set it up where it can't get shot. And then maybe move it to where it can get shot later. Ooh, Uber actually might have been forced there a little bit early for our blue team, and they are just about to fade now. Do still get a couple kills, though, including the Pyro, but the Uber is now up for pots and pans. Nonetheless, oh yeah, he just barely saved his demo man in there. But this is starting to look bad. They do take down the heavy, and oh, nice Girardi there on the soldier, Frank, but not going to be enough. So, Tin Team just barely holding on to this point by the skin of their teeth, but I don't think they're going to be able to for that much longer. Actually, they've got a soldier and a Pyro now on the point, so they will, just for now. They still need to get an engineer out here to set up a sentry, however, and there you go. Oh, blue soldier on the point just barely caps it. 3 minutes and 44 seconds for these first 3 points. It looks like Blunderful is really found their stride now, and Tin Team needs to fall back and quickly set up a defense back here. This is exactly what you want to see Blunderful doing. They are pushing forward with a demo, the scout, very, very quickly, trying to just harass up here. They've taken down Monkey in the tree. So apparently Monkey has decided not to climb down to the tree anytime soon. He will not be evolving. No, sir. So Tin Team, yes, really do need to stop the bomb. But to do that, we need to get a bunch of kills. And so far, that is not happening. Penguin uses the Uber, but so does Pots and Pans. Just barely have one in time. Going to keep the Uber flashed to multiple people here as well, trying to keep his Pyro and Heavy alive. And wants to keep himself alive as soon as the Uber is finished. So there he goes. Both teams actually had kind of the same idea. Backing off from the Uber. Not a bad one. Soldier jumping in, and what did he just do there? I don't even know, but there he goes dying. So, whatever. No, that wasn't. Whatever. It was the other soldier that died. They're fine. Tin Team, though, I think they can have this defense if they get the sentry set up. And they should be able to do that because right now Blunderful's sitting back, building an Uber, not really being too effective with any of their assassination classes at the moment. I don't even know where someone is right now. Although it sounds like somebody's taking a hit. It's Brother Tonto getting taken down by the best sniper. Someone is, of course, in position to deal some damage, but he has been spotted out, and that's... oh, the sentry was going to be wrangled to stop him, but now it can't. And there goes the sentry gun, taken down by sniper fire. Of course, it's so common in the military these days. You know, you hear all about it all the time from Iraq. Sniper fire taking down sentry guns. Non-stop, you guys. Non-stop. Anyway, someone is in a very nice protected location right now. If the sniper could spot him in here, I'm sure he'd be able to take him out, but so far... the best sniper has not noticed that someone is there. And someone just doing his best to find the headshots. Can't quite get him, though, and he's really kind of whiffing a couple of these. He could have gotten 2 or 3 kills there, including one on the medic. And that's actually detrimental to his team. There he goes, takes a headshot on someone. Not quite enough to kill him, and he does notice Pots and Pans, just barely keeping his head over there. But they probably see his sniper dot as well, so going to keep Pots and Pans nice and hidden from the children so they can't clang them around all over the place. Finally, the cart is getting pushed again, and someone's still whiffing these shots, so Tin Team is kind of in a good position right now. Noko, who is also a member of E-Square, just thought he got away with that, and the scout managed to pick him off. What is going on in here, though? Looks like somebody... that was the scout, I guess. Oh, I like that! So you can actually leap in through the window up here. It's kind of a sneaky little spot. I hadn't even noticed that before. Anyway, Blunderful is having a tough time setting up the offense right now, and they are probably going to push once again past this little fence. Penguin ninjas his way through there with ease. Nobody able to snipe him. And so the Uber is going to come in. They have an advantage and should probably push this. There they go. But the sentry is not yet down. It's still kind of in a nice little protected position where if you don't hit it exactly with your pills, they're just going to fly right past. Most of the time anyway. And Arcanian keeps that sentry alive to fight another day. Pots and Pans also is very close to Uber, and he is quite well protected down there. As long as he doesn't peek his head up, someone will not be able to get him. Spy keeping the sappers on it, though, and that's going to take the sentry down. Now, they will still have the Uber to try and defend this and keep the cart from moving forward, and they may not even need to use it. Where is Pots and Pans? Oh, there he is. Sorry. A little bit tired today. But Pots and Pans is actually pushing his heavy really far forward. This is a good idea to do for Tin Team. If they just walk all the way to spawn, that would give their engineer time to set up a sentry. They aren't actually doing that, but they might try and take down maybe the teleporter, or maybe they're just trying to keep some presence around the cart. I have no idea what the decision really is there. Maybe there wasn't one. But they probably could have pushed in here with the Uber if they really wanted to. They could have found their way into this little house and taken it all down and forced the engineer to rebuild and wasted precious seconds off the clock. Which, right now, that's what Blunderful is doing. They are taking precious seconds off the clock. And so Tin Team might be able to defend this for quite a while. Use of Toaster, this is the cute thing about being a scout against a wrangled sentry. If that wrangler is not focused on you, you just walk right past it. And he's going pretty huge right now. Takes down Monkey, takes down Elam as well. He's gotten the only 2 kills of this push at the moment for Blunderful, because the rest of Tin Team, there you go, they finally lose the engineer. And best sniper, oh, can't quite get the sniper. And now they're in trouble. You notice them jumping after these shots, and I've seen it asked before, why do snipers always jump after their shots? I'm not positive myself, except to say that it probably works when you're going up against another sniper. Of course, they have to aim at your head, and if they can't keep their sniper rifle at one level and just go left and right at their mouse, then that makes it a lot harder to properly aim at the head. So jumping, I guess, probably works. But there you go, someone takes him down. Not going to jump your way out of that one. Best sniper. Nonetheless, this is a nice little hold by the Tin team. After having lost the first 3 points in like 4 minutes, they are doing a surprisingly good job on the fourth. The cart actually moving backwards because nobody's touched it in a while, and that's the point where you really need to send somebody in just to kind of poke it. The scouts, you know, the engineer, something like that, just to keep it from moving backwards. But Tin team doing a really nice job here on defense, and Yusuf Toaster gets his head clean shot off there by Best Sniper. Yes, there are mods that actually do that, will make your head like explode. Just like if you get hit by, I don't know, the demo swords, you know, most of them will take your head off. So you can actually modify your game to do that with sniper rifles as well. I think it might be a server side thing, but I've played a couple Reddit servers that do that. That's kind of cute. Tin team still defending this point and keeping their medic alive very effectively. He did take just a bit of damage there, but he is going to be okay now. And LM using exactly the spot that we were talking about earlier to sneak through that window and stand on top of the truck until an opportune moment to strike. Going to go for the engineer, sap everything, and nobody's going to be able to stop him. And he got away with it too. So that is a beautiful play right there. Everything from the NG has been taken down, all the teleporters. Now, it didn't teleport you all that far, but the key to note here is that if you're walking through here as a medic, there is that little area where you can get sniped from across the map, and it makes you vulnerable, so you don't like doing it. So that's why the teleporter really was there, was just to keep the team less vulnerable to damage. But it looks like LM kind of wants to pretend he's pushing the cart here. Maybe wanted to go for a stab on that scout, but couldn't get away with it this time. Maybe going for the demo. Nope! Couldn't get away with that one either. And it seems like... oh, I thought I heard Girardi going down, but it seems like he's okay. Well, most of the red team is still alive, still doing a nice job of defense. There is a scout on the engineer... I'm sorry, on the demo, though. And demo goes down. It's going to be Monkey down. LM is down as well. So finally his spree is put to an end. The engineer, you can hear him building up back there, but we're watching the someone cam as he is going to try and take down the medic once again. Really, this... oh, he could have gotten him there. He did finally decide to hit Thrasher, which is a good idea. But yeah, being single-minded about going for that medic actually isn't always a good thing. If you can just take down the rest of their team, even if they have an Uber, if they've only got like 2 players left and they Uber, it's not really going to be that effective. The sentry does get taken down again. And they have Ubered a couple players here who are going to use the Uber to jump forward, take down Tonto. But look at that, they are losing 4, maybe 5 players now from Tin team. And Noko's going to start getting behind as well to try and do some damage as the rest of the team attempts to hold this off. Ooh, Noko does not want to get spotted here. There he goes. And he's going for headshots because he thought he was going to get spotted. Anyway, now Tin team is going to have to back up to the last point, especially with that Girardi. They do not want to get hit by this heavy. And, oh, there they go, taking down Squid. Did you ever have to, like, dissect squid in junior high school? It was gross. Sorry. With that aside, we have Blunderful pushing the cart finally onto that 4th point, but look at the time. That's like 3 times the amount of time it took just to push the first 3. Well, 2 times between 3 and 4, but 3 times for the total. You get the idea. So that's going to be quite a nice time for Tin team to defend, or to attack. It is already a nice time on defense for them. And they have managed to keep the sentry alive for a little bit longer, which it looks like they actually took down Penguin with a headshot, so that is really useful. Oh, no, they didn't. Never mind. That was a spy. Okay. So that was pretty good spy play, actually. I like seeing Dead Ringer just make it like pretending they're doing a really cool thing by killing the medic. If you can Dead Ringer as a medic, it's pretty neat. You know what I mean. I'm not enunciating this very well. Anyway, a good headshot there on Frank. Yusuf Toaster is down as well, and so Blunderful is puttering out a little bit. They will be able to push the cart forward just a bit more. But Best Sniper needs to be really careful here. There he goes. He needs to get that overheal so that he can't get hit by 1 headshot or 1 charged body shot and killed. He is going to be ready for it, though. And Blunderful... you know, I wonder if the cart starts moving backwards, does it start closing? That would be cute. Probably not, though. It's probably a separate thing. Cart, though, is kind of close to moving back, and it's probably like right here where the switch gets thrown. There is a nice little mini sentry location, just taking a couple of shots at, I think, the sentry there, maybe a player. Cart is moving backwards now. So far, the hatch seems to be staying open. Guys, don't push it. Please don't push it. We need to see this. This is for science right here, okay? Oh, they pushed it. I think it went back past the point, though. And there you go. Nice nice use of the Wrangler. They actually took down Rental with... No, not Rental. They took down the... I'm sorry, yeah. I thought they took down the Spy. They actually didn't. And there is a... Okay, that's probably a good choice by the Pyro. You saw the Spy... I'm sorry, the Scout going straight in after the Medic like that. And that's kind of scary as a Medic. So he did have to pop the Uber. But it was probably a good idea for the Pyro to just walk straight to the Heavy Medic combo of Blue because he was able to stop the combo from moving forward for a little bit. Rental just doing his best to keep a couple extra seconds on the clock. And he may be able to kill, yeah, the Heavy there. There is still a couple people on this cart, but I think it will finally... No, it will not get pushed in. This is an excellent defense so far, just by the skin of their teeth from Tin Team. So far, so good. They still have the sticky traps. They've got a lot of stuff set up right there. But no, there you go. The Spy and the Scout just barely managed to get it in there. 14 minutes, 46 seconds. Almost 15 minutes. That is the longest time of any round so far. And I gotta say, I don't actually know where the team name Blunderful came from. I wish I did, but I don't. But I do know where the Tin Team came from. A couple seasons ago in UGC, there was a Tin division of the playoffs. It wasn't in the regular season, but they divided players and teams into different divisions for the playoffs. And so it went like Platinum, Steel, or no, I'm sorry, Platinum, Gold, Silver, Tin, I think was the way it went. So my team ended up being Silver. These guys ended up being in Tin, but they have of course gotten a lot better since then. And they did pretty well in the Tin League playoffs. So they decided to call themselves a Tin Team for their next season. I forget what they were actually called the season before. It wasn't Land Before Time. It was a different game. Nope, don't remember. So anyway, Blunderful needs to defend for a long time. And right now, they're still doing their standard defense out here behind the fence. I want to see how this Medic gets forced, because it seems like it's been happening every round. And I mean, they're probably going to be ready for it. But it's been happening every round. So I kind of want to see what happens to force the Uber out of Penguin Ninja. He's taking a lot of damage, and there you go. Yeah, he actually... Maybe it was just Monkey getting in there and doing some really good artillery lobbing, but yep, the Uber is immediately forced. Monkey has been taken down, but he's going to spawn real nice and fast and spawn right next to the cart, so I mean, who cares? Tanta's going to start laying down some spam on that cart, but the problem is they've already lost their Uber advantage. Soldier getting in here and actually killing Penguin Ninja. So Blunderful is now in some serious trouble, my friends, with a capital T. They do have their sentry set up. Actually, where is that? Where'd the engineer go? Okay, alright, okay, I like that. So he had it set up at the door here, and then he moved it back as the enemy team advanced. It is, of course, set up and ready to go, but here comes the Uber, and the engineer packs it up and moves it away again, so he doesn't have to build it up later, but, oh, taking a lot of damage! Oh no! Monkey with the Uber gets in here and gets so many kills, including the sentry gun, which was packed up and in a little briefcase. Eddie spots the Spy coming in here, once again, thinking he has the extinguisher. That's always cute. So Tin Team is playing it right so far. That was a very good Uber, but they need to get out here and start dealing some damage. They need to push some players upstairs too, and let's just see how the defense looks upstairs right now. They've got a heavy covering so far, and now he's traded off with a soldier, but the soldier will be watching. And nobody's using this door for Tin Team, so maybe they don't even realize it's there, because I have not seen them use that all game yet. They really need to, though. And there you go, Yusuf Toaster gets in, takes out Pots and Pans. So a good moment there on defense for Blunderful. Taking down the enemy medic means that they will have a nice long time before that next Uber comes in and takes down their sentry. But Lost Man is sitting here on the side of the cart. No, decides to run away from it for now. There goes the sentry as well. So Pots and Pans is just now starting up his build towards his next Uber. Let's see here. Ellen Mazook is probably going to have to get a couple of pretty important kills. Goes for one on the sniper. Cannot manage to get him. And now he just needs to rebuild some Dead Ringer. There you go. He's got it right back up to full. You can't use it until you are at full cloak. Oh, that's not good. Actually, they don't follow that up, interestingly enough. Maybe they're too worried about the push that's about to come in. Oh, he's going for Matador Stab. Couldn't get it, though. And the Bushwhacker takes him down, even without the crit that's Girardi had just worn off. But even without that crit, Bushwhacker took him down. Someone grabbing the sandwich. So nice of the Heavy to drop it down there for him. paying attention to your teammates' health as a heavy is usually useful. Not in this case, but it was usually useful. Noko going for a couple headshots, just trying to harass against a medic. It's a surprisingly effective thing to do, but so far, here comes the Uber, just now from the Tin Team, and they're going to try and take down the sentry with it. Doing some good damage there, but it sounds like Herkinian's been taken down, and so has most of the rest of Tin Team after this Uber is over. Yeah, this is not looking good for them. They are still pushing the cart pretty close there. So now, this is a situation where if Blunderful isn't really careful, they'll start to see like a spy showing up with a cart or a scout, and every little inch it gets closer to that point is an inch closer to them having to spawn further back, closing off defensive routes. Nonetheless, they are doing a good job of watching their chokes so far. I want to see again what's happening upstairs right now. So far, not a thing, and Tin Team still just not using the upstairs route, which really, this is where Blunderful... Caution, okay, I like that. This is where Blunderful really made an offensive strategy pay off, was attacking from so many different directions at once, including right there. So, a lot of action going on right now. Yes, there is. Still level 3 sentry up for Blunderful. Yusuf Toaster is going to try and sneak in, maybe get a couple kills again. Oh, he's right on top of Monkey. Double meat shot in the face. That's what she said. But yeah, Yusuf Toaster with a good kill there, and he's just going to retreat, maybe get an overheal. Who knows? Eddie watching around for spies. The best sniper. He's taken all of his opportunities so far, but he's got to be careful about his counter sniper on the other team. Someone who actually looked like he ran back and hit the cabinet. Or a full health kit. I don't know. Don't ask me. The Uber is ready to go, and there they have popped it once again on Monkey 66, who will be attempting to take down the Enginess. And that was really good coordination there. The sentry dispenser, everything was down. The sentry had actually been sapped, and once it's sapped, you can't wrangle it anymore, which means it doesn't get that health bonus anymore. So, Blunderful still has most of their players alive, but they are beginning to bleed health here. Nonetheless, they are killing a lot of this aggression out of Tin Team, and my neck really hurts. Sorry about this, guys. It just does. But yeah, Squid's just going to stand here on the cart for a little while longer. Doesn't want it getting anywhere close to the point. Thing is, he's not upstairs anymore, and in fact, most of his team isn't, so if anybody decided to come through here, now would be the time. And they're not. I think Blunderful's realized they don't even have to watch up there anymore. Oh no, wait a minute! Seems like there's something going on up here. Ah yes, so the Pyro! Our good friend, where'd he go? There he is. Good friend, Mr. Lost Man. Gotta find him now, sorry. Oh, he got taken down. So that was really useful. Pots and pans, though. 80% and taking some hits, but he does manage to sneak away from that sniper. Oh, he's... get away from there. Oh, well, he's trying to buff his team up, and I'm just really concerned that he's going to get headshots. He probably is going to get headshots. It's going to happen. Nope, okay. Uber is popped. Popped on a Herkinian, who's going to set up a mini sentry right up in front. Go for the sniper here. Hasn't even hit yet, so that's actually pretty useful. Okay, alright, so he's pretty much just harassing the sentries at the moment, and his fellow soldier is back out here as well. The Uber is just now popped for our red team. There is still a mini sentry over there. They took it down. But this is an interesting location for our soldier and engineer. They are actually going to be able to harass spawn pretty effectively and just keep locking down with mini sentries. Thing is, though, I mean, they're going to be a little bit out of the fight back there. And the rest of their team kind of needs them to be in the... Wait. Okay, anyway. Oh, that's cute. So there's going to be a teleporter. That means they'll be able to get a lot of flanking classes out here real fast. Yusuf Toaster's been taken down, but that's not a huge pick at the moment. Anyway, here comes a soldier with an original rocket launcher. And the sentry going up there. But they haven't taken down the defensive setup, and that's what they need to do if they want to get this card pushed. The sentry just now going up once again. It looks like it's actually been... Yeah, it's just now built up to level 1. Scout pushing the cart effectively, but that's just not what you need to do because everybody's going to collapse on it very, very quickly and prevent it from getting pushed onto the point. You gotta get the kills. The kills are not coming in so far, except for Tonto. Kind of an important one. There won't be any stickies, but still need to do something about this. That sentry, I'm sorry, that teleporter is still up back there, as far as I know. And this spy is not long for this world if he's not using the Dead Ringer, which he is, so Noko got away with that scot-free. Who knows where he'll end up. But Rental's still over here spamming. I don't think he's died once from this position yet. The thing is, he hasn't been able to do a lot about it. The Uber is forced here for Penguin. And now, oh, that is cute. You gotta hate it when that happens. The pyro finally dies there, but not before completely nullifying the Uber. The cart is very close to the point now, and there's still 7 minutes to go, but time is a-wasting here. Blunderful putting on a good show on defense. They really know this map. They seem to have practiced the ins and outs of it pretty well. Oh, sidestab. Elamazook with the sidestab. And I wonder if that teleporter is still up. Looks like the spy might have taken it down. Maybe. It was... Yeah, there it goes. Gone now. So, it was a good thought, but I don't think it paid off all that well for the team, and they need another Uber. Oh, sick. Takes down the sniper, not even knowing he was there. He was just like, oh, is there somebody here? Poop on you. So, Team is now in a little bit of trouble. 6.5 minutes really is not a heck of a lot of time to get these 3 points capped. And this is a really good defense up till now anyway, although that sentry might actually go... No, okay, they just barely managed to repair it. Mizuki does get taken down by a rocket from Frank, and Noko is standing upstairs just watching for blue players to show up. Which so far he doesn't see any, but you never know. Just, it doesn't seem like Team really... doesn't seem like Team really has their stuff together for this push, though. And they're taking the long route, which isn't really that long, but it's just a couple of extra seconds off the clock. But it does give them a nice position over the sentry to take some high ground. Now there is a counter Uber, but they will be able to take this sentry down, no problem. There it goes. The thing is, they're going to lose a lot of players in the process, and oh no, they got caught somehow. That's a lot of blue corpses. So Blunderful is looking mighty wonderful at the moment. Not committing a lot of blunders on defense. So Penguin Ninja just trying to build this Uber up once again. Pots and Pans actually pretty close to his position. Seems like Monkey just got taken down by Yusuf Toaster again. That scout is really shutting him down. And that's kind of important. If you have your demo man shut down like that, it's devastating, especially when he is as good as Monkey. So, Blunderful, I say he's good because I played against him before. He's annoying to me anyway. Blunderful is in some pretty good positioning right now. They lost a couple players there, including their heavy, and their sniper's down. So, blue sniper trying to do his best to push forward. You can't push the cart when people are on it, though. And they have it so close to capture, but it is just not there. They lose Pots and Pans to a headshot, and I think Team's chances of winning this are slipping away. They need to push this cart across there on that threshold right now, or it's going to be too late. And it just may end up being too late. Carl is trying to get in position to do that. Thrasher standing upstairs. And actually, look at that 60-second timer is the normal round timer, not even the stopwatch timer. If they can't get the cart across there in 60 seconds, they are in some trouble. The Uber is popped, but it doesn't matter. They do manage to get the extra time out of it. So Team is sort of still in this game. They just need to get their players further forward, attacking immediately. Oh, that's what they're doing. They finally realized, I think, that they need to do this. They've got the soldier moving straight, and he kills the medic. Penguin is down, and that's going to be a huge boon to a Team. They do need to get the cart pushed. They need to have times through on it pretty much non-stop, but they also need to keep the aggression further forward. That's what they're doing. I like this play. They are really being super aggressive right now, and it is paying off. They're going to have an Uber very soon. There is no sentry. It's set up at the moment, and I think Red is going to have to draw all the way back on the last point. The sentry isn't... Okay, now it's the second level, but it is down. Monkey66 doing a great harassment job. Someone at 2 health here. Almost could have been taken down there, but not quite yet. Looks like Monkey has his own problems to deal with, such as Brother Tonto. And the Uber is popped, so Tonto is not long for this world. It looks like they are going to go for a position back here. Yeah, Monkey's just going to get it on the side, use some cover. He may end up getting taken down, but he's still got an Uber heal. Uber. Technically, I guess that could be correct, but really it's not. Okay, no, it's not correct. Don't worry about it. Now the Yusuf Toaster gets in behind the medic. He's going for the kill there. Can he get it? Not quite. The mini sentry finished him off. My camera work is awful, but Pluttergub is setting up this sentry here above the toilet bowl, above that last point, and very soon we're going to see that cart getting to the point. In fact, 2.5 minutes left to go. I'm surprised at the speed at which Tan pushed it all this way. And here goes the Bombay doors. They are now opening. But Team has lost their medic, so they're only going to have a chance for about 2 more Ubers here during this game. to make every single one of those count because they need to knock out the sentry. They need to get that cart pushed. What am I even looking at right now? Don't ask. I won't tell. Eddie, pretty much just watching for spies, kind of like you have to do on this last point. Maybe it's a little bit boring sometimes for your pyro, but you know what? It is a lifesaver. And now there's going to be stickies right in front of this cart just to make sure nobody gets on and pushes it, except for pyros, who can totally get away with that. And Alamazook gets in and kills the spy. The sentry is still up. Oh, I hate when that happens. That is a bug. That is totally a bug. Nonetheless, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. The sentry is going to get taken down there by that nice little pill that Monkey got. And so now... Oh no, he got taken out by Frank. I was going to say he could do some pretty good damage there, but he is not going to get away with it. Penguin Ninja has 100% Uber, so whatever Pots and Pans decides to do here with this Uber that he's about to get, it may not matter because this Uber can get down and stop the car anytime they want to and stop it for a full 8 seconds if they just stay in position on it. 8 seconds matters when you've only got a minute, 8 seconds left to go. Here comes the blue Uber right now. This spy is going to attempt to body block, and that's actually a beautiful body block right there with the dead ringer, using that to soak up a lot of damage. These heavies are kind of having a little fun with each other, but the red heavy was definitely in the better position, and Blunderful is in a good position to defend this. Carl just trying to keep that bomb moving forward. Harkinian finds a roaming soldier here. Let's try to finish him off, and actually, no, he's getting in behind the rest of the enemy team. He's probably going to get taken out here, but not before he does a bunch of good damage, and that mini sentry was not really all that effective. 35 seconds left to go, though, so this is down to the wire once again. All these rounds are pretty much down to the wire, but the demo and heavy combo and the sniper now getting on the cart mean it could be popped really soon. Oh, the engineer coming in to defend it, though, and so is the heavy and medic. They are Gerardi'd, but this is the closest I've ever seen a cart get. 20 seconds left, less than 20 seconds. And the cart is really close to getting capped. They need to stand on this. But if they stand on it, this is what happens. They take a lot of damage from the opponents who can get right in on top of them. 10 seconds left, and there is a bunch of red players in this point. It is going to be tough. I don't think Tin Team has it. That's going to be Blunderful with a last-second win. Whew. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Tin Team sent me this demo. I'm glad they sent me one where they lost, because that at least makes it seem like whenever people send me demos, it's not like they instantly... Yeah, they instantly win. You get the idea. That is going to be game, though. Blunderful wins just barely against a Tin Team. A really good game for both of these guys. And do remember that UGC League, the way that works is that however many rounds you win goes towards your total towards the end of the season. So even though they lost, Tin Team still has put a round on the board. And I do hope you guys will hit subscribe on youtube.com/fatmop. I will bring you tons of competitive TF2 content all the time.